Hold on.
This guy. Welcome back to the Premium Advantage, which is a concept developed to help you save time and money in streamlining your professional solutions, such as commercial insurance, professional insurance, attorneys, architects, engineers, software developers, commercial property, rented or owned property, cyber liability, general liability for contractors and home builders, commercial auto, small, large fleets. We can write all of that. Pets, you got pets, we can insure pets, boats, houses, cars, all of it. We're an independent agency, open since 2005, and we have direct appointments and access with the widest range of carriers. So we have a lot of options that you can compare and look for your options if your premium is going up. We also offer tax preparations, 1040s. If you're interested in that, we have a free appointments online that you can set up and go through the process to see if that's something that you're interested in pursuing. What else do we have? We're available 52 weeks per year. Available 52 weeks per year. Free discovery appointments. We've been open since 2005. If you have any questions, go to the website, thepremiumadvantage.com, or YouTube channel, thepremiumadvantage.com, for other solutions. More solutions that are available to us here in Houston. So now, after my little spiel, our guest today, we're going to start with Mr. Thomas MacDonald. Thomas MacDonald. We're doing a two-layer. He's going to speak about tech and marketing. He's got a firm where he specializes in work with brands and influencers to launch fitness apps. ACXDS, that's staging Webflow. That's going to be down below. Check it out. We have Mr. Oleg Lysiak. Woo!
Howdy, guys.
Worked with startups at Honeycomb Software, and you work with Rocket Network.
Absolutely.
He wants to discuss what he's working on at Rocket Network and some new ideas that he's got about social media engagement. Sounds good? That's what we're talking about. And Miss Sarah L. Hoderi.
Hello, everyone. Hi.
Is this thing on? I hope this thing is saying on. Everybody's saying hi. I don't know.
Like, what's the background noise?
All right. International student experience. That's what she wants to discuss, right? Education system. Ooh, that's a big one. I'm all into the education system. I've totally read this before. The annual model Arab League. Oh, okay. The annual model Arab League. Okay, that's a good one. I like it. Power of social media. That's a good one. It's a good one. This type of tools and things like that. And what to learn from attending events. I like that. It's a good result from this one. And then happiness. Oh, measure for happiness. Look at that. A measure for happiness. I like that. If we could come up with that, you think we could do that today? By today? Okay, cool.
That's awesome.
Perfect. Baseline for happiness. Here we go. Cool. So now, Thomas. I know, man. You're up. That's how it goes.
So I'm just to talk about myself, is that?
Well, let's see. You're tech and marketing firm, a specializing firm. Tell me about this specializing firm that you specialize on. What solutions? Houston.
Yeah. I guess my first question would be, what types of folks typically watch this, so I can kind of, craft my story to make it
Hey, that's a good one. What type of folks? I see. We got folks from everywhere, I would say. Because I've been traveling into Mexico and got subscriptions over there with people that I meet. People from Houston. A lot of people from Houston. Solutions for Houston. Houston business owners.
Houston business owners.
Yes, I would say so. Something like
right.
that. Yep.
Cool.
Entrepreneurs. That's a good one. Good. I like the way you're going.
Fair enough. All right. Well, yeah. So I guess in that case, I would say that yes, I run a web development and marketing agency in which we also just started launching apps,
cool.
primarily in the fitness space. So we just launched our first one for a big MMA gym called Jackson Wink MMA Academy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep, and so that's been really fun. I guess if this is primarily for business owners and whatnot, entrepreneurs starting.
I mean, you never know. You never know who may watch what solution may come up.
Yeah, I guess I will be at 2 years of my entrepreneurial journey at the end of October.
Okay.
So I've been doing this full time since then. Before coming here to the ION, doing all this stuff, I was worked in architecture in Australia.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm a dual citizen of Australia. I was working there, building parks and infrastructure and all this stuff.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, and then I decided I really wanted to do what I'd always wanted to do, which is run my own, my own shop of some kind.
Sure.
I already had a lot of design skills and project management skills. I had some tech experience. And so I did. I just came back to my home of Houston, Texas.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm a Texas boy. And
I like it.
Yep, started up. We started developing stuff for clients. And we eventually realized that the best way that we could help folks is typically people who are in kind of the beginning stage of their business.
Yeah.
We're really great at building the website, building that for them, and then saying, you know what, through the course of doing this, even from the beginning, we know we can actually help your business if we do bing, bing, bing. And so that's basically our clients. We have about 10 clients at this point that have seen like really, really good success in their business since they started letting us do the marketing.
Oh, I got you. So not just the website design, but also a little bit of the marketing. Because sometimes folks will say, "Here's the website."
Well, right, yeah. I mean,
Separate them.
So, now what?
Exactly. So that's a bit of
Got
a
the
journey.
website.
Yeah, it's a bit of a journey. Like if a client doesn't have. If they haven't run a successful business yet, if they haven't like climbed $1 million in revenue or whatever a year yet, then they don't quite understand. They think that they need a website, for example, because everyone has a website and they just need it, or it provides information. That's great, but really, that's part of a digital marketing strategy. And the website needs to do things. It needs to be able to sell your products and services as well as present your brand and et cetera, et cetera.
Functionality we're looking on this website, not just presentation.
Exactly.
Both. It needs to have a mixture.
Right, and then how does it fit into your competition? Like, where are the areas that you can actually identify places where you can win in SEO, where you can win in social media marketing, and that kind of thing? How do you distinguish yourself with your brand and all of that? So it's fun, right? Like it's really fun to speak with clients about all of that stuff. We've become fairly skilled in it at this point. Like we're seeing a lot of results. And so that's it. I guess I'll pass it around. But that's,
sure. Hey, no, we're getting a good idea of the solutions available. And that's just your first set of solutions, right? Because you have mentioned who can I speak with about solutions. Right now, we're just going top first layer for Thomas over here. Now, Mr. Oleg Lysiak, bam, coming in. Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Hi guys.
All right, we're doing an episode. Here we go.
How we doing? Oleg Lysiak. So I'm with Honeycomb Software and Rocket Network.
Ooh.
So Honeycomb Software is my full time. So we're the best dev shop in town.
Oh, look at that.
We do not like Thomas when he focuses more on like website and marketing. We more focus on web application and mobile application.
Web application, mobile application. Okay.
Of course, right now with the AI hype and boom,
oh man, everybody's job is at risk.
Everybody's. Actually, for us, we had success in AI like back in 2019.
Okay.
One of our clients, they went public on the Nasdaq, and so we were doing AI before it became like a buzzword.
Wow. Yeah.
And we were using natural language processing to create all the cool things.
Okay.
But so that's my full time, and my side project is a Rocket Network.
Okay.
So
Rocket Network.
basically, the goal of Rocket Network is to bring community together.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah, there's so
Rocket Network makes sense.
Yeah, there's so many events. So I could kind of maybe go and talk a little bit about the journey of how I came to I guess tech ecosystem.
Sure.
So I had my own idea.
Two audiences.
Yeah, I had a.
I know, weird, right?
right.
I know. What do you mean?
I got look at one of the guys and all. So yeah, I came to the tech ecosystem. I had my own idea. I had a startup that I wanted to build. I realized at the time that I was not prepared, and honestly in Houston there was not much going on. There was like a station Houston, that's about it, which then became the Ion, and they're in the Canon Open now. Now we have the Sesh, now we have all of these other places, which is great. So ecosystem has grown in the last 5 years.
Yes.
And
it's exciting. What do you think? I mean, it's like the ecosystem has grown, but it's expanded. Grown is like I feel the term is not appropriate because it's expanded. It's grown and expanded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's grown exponentially for sure, and it's super exciting, and especially right now, it's one thing is to actually have the infrastructure. It's easy. But the hard part, the hard part is for us actually to all come together and start collaborating and creating great things.
Hey, we're here. I like it. I'm gonna get a fist bump. Can we get a fist bump? Yes. Get the pay. Yes, like that. No.
Yeah. I don't remember who said it, Henry Ford or somebody like that. But I think the phrase was, when we come here, that's already a progress. But when we actually start collaborating, that's a success. And so having like the infrastructure, good.
Yeah,
we come together. Well, if we keep going in the right direction, that's when the magic will happen and great things. So back to the story. So So what I realized, like attending so many events, and my role was in business development. I realized that there is not really like a one source of truth where you can find all of the events.
Sure.
Listed
I got you. There's so many things that are expanded everywhere.
You have an Eventbrite, you have a meetup,
Yeah.
so you have to go to the Ion calendar, you have to go to the Canon calendar, the Sesh Co-working, you have Impact Hub, you have Bunker Labs.
I know.
There's so many, especially, and my focus is kind of entrepreneurs, but also developers like tech people, because historically a lot of tech founders, they create startups.
Sure.
And so I want to target everybody and give them this value by having one calendar. So
nice.
So right now,
nice. With one calendar, organized.
Yeah, exactly. So for now, it's all in the newsletter form. So every Monday morning, you get an email with the events that I highlight Monday to Friday. Kind of the best meetups. The one that I've been there and I've loved it and it gave me the value. I put little rockets next to it. So
Okay, gotcha.
I 100% suggest. So if somebody has a really busy schedule, they don't need to go to all of these events. They could look and see maybe I can only go to a few events. So
those are your personal.
Those are my
So if I go to it and I don't like it, I know who to blame.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
So come up with more things than rockets. What else you got? Little astronauts.
Yeah, we have rockets and we have chili peppers and little fire emojis. So things like that.
Very cool.
So that's what I've been working on.
I like it.
But yeah, that's what I've been telling everyone.
Y'all have been doing a lot of branding stuff as well. Like I see more and more y'all's materials out here in the Island.
Yeah.
Give me an example. Yeah.
So even those.
Check it out. Tell me about this.
Well, so yeah, this is honeycomb stuff. So we actually used this at the code launch when we won the code launch.
Elaborate on honeycomb.
Ordered some for.
What does honeycomb do?
So honeycomb is the. I have two different offerings that I could talk to you about.
The fun one.
So fun one, we help you hire talented developers.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Before they go and start their own successful startups.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
That's a one offering. Another one, we help turn your ideas into code.
Oh, okay.
So with that being said, one offering is more staff augmentation, when we help staff your startup with talented engineers.
Engineers.
That are based in our software engineers,
Gotcha.
that are based in our office in either in Ukraine or Poland.
Oh shit! Okay. Ukraine. You got Ukrainian engineers?
Yep.
Wow.
We have some
Ukrainian engineers. Oh man, I've worked with them before.
We have it.
Intriguing.
Here in Houston.
What about this war situation? How does that work? Are they in Ukraine? They should be everywhere by now.
Yeah. They kind of spread it all over the Europe, but majority is still in the western part of Ukraine.
Oh, in the western part of Ukraine.
Luckily, we were not as affected so far by the whole war.
Intriguing.
We've been supporting, trying to do our best to volunteer, donate, and I think we'll win sooner or later.
So it's a team effort.
It looks like our team is kind of on the free time. Everybody's focused to do something, to support our both military, internal refugees. We hired in the U.S. We hired several refugees for business development. So we have one. We have somebody in Chicago, one in New York, and one in Austin. So they came to U.S. as that was a program, You for You.
You for You.
It's like United for Ukraine.
Okay.
And so we hired those for Honeycomb Software. So now we have we call them brand ambassadors in different cities.
Okay.
And then that way we kind of feel like we, while we grow in Honeycomb, we also support our own kind of our country, men and women. So. So two offerings. One is staff augmentation. The other one is more project-based work, where we help kind of either scale startups from greenfield projects where we build an MVP.
Gotcha.
Maybe they want to go. They have an idea. Maybe they're not technical oftentimes.
Yeah.
And we help them kind of build an MVP. They can go to market, test the idea, hopefully come back to us, and then we can expand and build more features for them.
Gotcha.
We also have clients that are in the later stage of their development. So in that stage, we come in and say, okay, well, what can we do to help them streamline operations or cut costs by building custom software solutions?
Gotcha.
And of course, right now with the OpenAI, ChatGPT hype, we had so many requests, and we actually spin out the whole data engineering department. We had a head of data engineering, and we're doing OpenAI implementation, and we're going to build.
I have a question.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yep.
I have a question.
Yep.
I have a question. How does this lower the costs of stuff? Hopefully.
So
I'm curious
right.
because I hear that the data is getting organized and that the AI is doing it, but the price is like it's going up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, when? when is the efficiency? I'm curious.
Right.
I'm curious.
So I would say that developers
Just curious.
when developers are using ChatGPT for coding, that's probably make them more efficient. At least by like 25-30%, if not more.
Yeah.
Depends on the developer. Depends on your seniority level. So it's become tricky for like junior developers right now to enter the market because what senior developer used to pass on to the junior developer, now ChatGPT.
The machines.
You know what I've started doing as well?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've dug deeper and deeper into development coding or whatever as a necessity.
Right.
Just when things come up. And prototyping as well. And it used to be a really big deal for me to, carve time out of the calendar for development, learning, and research and whatnot to produce a prototype for a client, right?
Yep.
Maybe they want some JavaScript application or something in their project. But now, boy, with ChatGPT, I can just tell it, give me HTML, JavaScript, and CSS and I just talk to it.
Yeah.
And whereas I can't necessarily, I'm not the best, let's just say, author of code myself.
Yep.
I can read it well enough to begin understanding what ChatGPT is giving to me, speaking to it, and actually beginning to like backwards engineer. Like I learned through producing a prototype. And then at the end, it's not something that I would use for the client, but we have a prototype that I can then hand to a developer and be like, it's this.
Yep.
Please create this, and it just speeds things up so much.
Yep. Oftentimes it's used for just creating user stories and things like that. Like when you, let's say you are non-technical, you don't know what the user stories are and how to explain your project to the technical team. So you can use that. You can literally write it as a, you're talking to. You can ask. I was joking when we were preparing for Founders Life. We used ChatGPT with guys before the pitch competition. I think Rekha, she had like a very industry specific pitch, and actually we copy pasted her pitch into ChatGPT and say, hey, make it sound like for 5-year-olds.
I gotcha.
And then
what do you use ChatGPT for? That's a question that I'm thinking people are starting to see.
For the audience?
Yeah, for the audience. What are you using ChatGPT for? You hear some people are going, I use it for this, I use it for that.
I could talk about this for a long time.
I know. Well, break in ChatGPT because some people are like, what is that?
What are you using?
I'll tell you in a second. First, let me introduce Sarah. Let me talk about Sarah. Sarah's been very patiently listening to ChatGPT AI. So, if you would not mind introducing yourself, discussing a little bit of the nature of you, why you're here, what you would like to communicate to the audience. Sarah, please.
Okay, hello everyone. So
again. Everywhere.
Okay, my name is Sarah.
Yes, woo! Thank you, Sarah. Talk about Sarah.
Thank you. So I'm an international student. I came here to Houston in 2021. I started at Houston Community College.
HCC.
Yes. And I'm
2021?
Yes.
You're the president already?
A student president
wow,
for
what
Central
the?
Campus.
You were so fast.
It has been an incredible experience at Houston Community College. I was taking business administration associate degree.
Oh, nice.
And right now I'm excited to transfer to U of H next semester, pursuing a double major entrepreneurship and management information systems.
Oh, look at you, Sarah. Nice. Very good. Congratulations. So tell me something about the topics that you had lined up that you wanted to bring to light and to share with folks with regards to, I guess, your international student experience or something. Is there something about folks in the international waters that may want to hear or understand so you can explain it to them to make them a little bit more eager to come or something like that? You know what I'm saying? We're looking for folks that are smart.
So in terms of international experience,
yes.
So I came here as I said, like F1. That's the status how that what it's called to me for me to be legally here in the US.
Okay, cool.
And it's called I'm a student, right? But I think I like to be more than just a student.
Sure, yeah, of
because
course.
I feel like coming all the way from Libya to the US. That's a lot of compromise.
Right.
I could have been spending more time with my family,
of course,
and everything, but I like to make the most out of my experience. Mm-hmm. So, other than just attending classes, I think something that is more meaningful for any international student to come is taking advantage of all the resources here. So for example, getting to know, going to events, learning. I learn a lot from events because I like to meet people and mostly ask them what do they do.
Right.
I got a lot of ideas of what can people do in terms of professionally.
Yeah.
For a long
What's some
time.
good example? What are some good ideas? You're like, oh my God, I
So mostly the people that I meet are founders.
Founders, perfect. I'm a
Yes.
founder. It says so on LinkedIn. It says it on LinkedIn.
Yes, so it's always an interesting
true.
company. Yes, there are different type of like companies that I found really interesting, from producers to I remember I think like this week I met a lady. She's working on a platform that works with AI that can kind of tell what kind of like censorship when it comes to books.
Yeah.
You know
I like
how
that.
there are a
Books
lot
is-
of controversy in terms of the educational materials that are in schools right now.
Yep.
So it can tell vendors and schools what type of maybe something that to be cautious of from the books.
Intriguing.
Sounds horrible.
Well, the thing is, you don't know what you're going to need these days with regards to like the type of information that you're going to be gathering.
Yeah.
AI can flip your world inside out if you're not like kept out. So there's a lot of factors.
I thought you meant it was an AI to identify what had been censored. You're saying it's an AI to figure out what to censor. Is that right?
So it's to figure out, let's say parents, they would like to know what are their kids, for example, they're sixth grade. They want to know what are they being exposed to, like what are they studying, what are they seeing. So it tells them certain things, for example, if it has language or if it has something related to, I don't know.
Just bad themes.
Something against their beliefs, right?
Something like
Sure.
traumas or maybe
Gotcha. Okay, so the AI already knows everything about you. Right, somehow, or you feed it, or you already knows, and it's like your kid's not gonna want to watch this, or maybe your kid is gonna want to, but maybe you don't want your kid to want to watch this. Who's gonna make the decision?
Can I ask a question about? Had you been? So you're studying business administration, right?
At Houston Community College as a base. Yeah.
And then before you came, is that what you were interested in? Business? Why did you choose that major?
Why did I choose
Or that area
major?
of
I was
study.
actually going into that.
Okay.
For a long time, I struggled with defining what my major, what's the major that I want to pursue.
Defining.
Yes. And
Defining is a big one. That's a good one that I feel a lot of students could save a lot of time on. It's that definition from the beginning. You know what I mean? You spend a lot of time doing that.
Yes. So I didn't exactly choose business administration. I just wanted to take the kind of degree plan that has the most generic classes that could go whatever the, for example, like
Left
whatever
the
I
most
decided
options
later.
open.
Yes, it would have the most credits that will transfer to whatever major.
And have you become generally interested in business since you've met all these founders?
Yes, entrepreneurship. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think Sarva Shishirai has ideas as well, right?
Yeah.
What are they around, if you don't mind sharing? Like, which areas are your ideas around for like startup?
So I'm really interested in how, like, all the field about turning ideas into businesses. And how can someone, if they have an idea, like, how can they start their own project or thing?
This is actually this is the root of my question, right? So you're from Libya.
Yes.
The root of the question.
I'm quite curious to know and to better understand what the differences are between starting a business in the U.S. and elsewhere, because it feels so easy and supportive here.
Right.
Yeah.
It's actually so easy, so supportive. It's surprising more people don't do it.
That's exactly right. And I wonder if
It's a tremendous. This one of the natures of this whole thing is to show folks how there's strategies out there where you can start and grow your business. That is correct. This is one of the nature of the solution, so that you can go, oh, what? There's all these people ready to help me. That is correct.
So I'm sure you could speak about this because,
absolutely.
but I guess my question really is: do you have experience in Libya to really be able to compare yet? Because if you only just started getting into entrepreneurship here, maybe you're not quite sure back in Libya how it compares.
I do have an idea.
Tell us.
Because so I remember I spoke with my father recently, and we were talking about that actually. And he told me about how there are a lot of, this is needed in Libya. There aren't, for example, I know that there aren't as many accelerators and, programs and venture capitals as here and compared to here. Mostly, most of the jobs are kind of like, for example, like hospitals and a lot of educational institutions are owned by the government.
Sure.
There aren't as many private companies in there, but there are people who start their own company.
Interesting. Oleg, what about you?
Well, if you talk about how easy it is to start, I think it's definitely easier in U.S. It became way easier in the last maybe 4 years or so. Actually, Ukraine is probably in some ways more digitized than Ukraine is more digitized than U.S.
Are you Ukrainian or Polish?
I'm Ukrainian.
Ukrainian.
Yep. So we actually have this app called Dia City, and you could start business now on your phone, I think, or at least you can file a lot of the documents, which is before you probably had to bribe somebody to put you in line, or they would push their people in line first, so there's corruption was bad. Now it's being handled, so it's getting better. But what Ukraine has in this, we have digital ID, so I don't need to carry my passport, let's say. I could have my ID on my phone, and it's gonna like a driving license or whatever.
Oh.
You can drive as you don't have.
We don't even have that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So
you still need a plastic card with you.
In some cases, maybe we're still lagging, because we need to fight the corruption all the way. But in some other things, we already leapfrog, in some fintech stuff that we have.
You say leapfrog?
Yeah, we leapfrog the US.
I gotcha, leapfrog. I was what does that mean exactly? Gotcha. Boop, you took a jump. Gotcha.
I've heard kid is like a startup hotbed.
Well, yeah, if you think about, we talk about AI, so Grammarly, for example, it's kind of Grammarly originated in Ukraine in a way.
No kidding.
So, yeah. You guys use it? I don't know if you...
No, I don't really.
Yeah,
ChatGPT, yeah. Somebody asked me what I use ChatGPT for. Yeah. I use it for blogs.
Yeah.
Bow! I give it the outline. It gives me the little section. I fill it in. I cut the edges. You guys use it for all your stuff. I use it for blogs.
No, for sure. No, it helps in writing for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Especially when I'm trying to tie it to the episodes and things like that. Whereas a blog and an episode all together, the full thing, it helps a lot.
There are tools actually. I could find it and send it to you. But there are literally AI tools right now where you could take your recorded podcast and it will chop it up for you, give you the highlights, give you the most exciting project.
Send me that too.
No kidding.
Yeah,
no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, send me that too.
Okay.
Oh, there was another gentleman you also mentioned that is interested in doing live episodes, right? That information as well. Yeah, I think we were working on that. So, solutions all over the place. Solutions all over the place. Right. We're in Houston. This is a Houston-based episode. Solutions in Houston that folks have available. Texas, baby. That's right. I like it. Okay, cool. Okay. I went through the entire topic list. Our co-host, Mr. Jacinto.
I'm here. I guess I'm here. Wow. Hey, everybody. Hey, I guess I'm here.
No,
hey,
it's too distracted. Yeah. I couldn't keep up. I was like, there's so many things happening at the same time.
Shout out to everybody. Man, it's been a crazy week. I'd like to give a shout out to the Cafe staff that put on the amazing event last night.
How was it?
Our event was amazing.
No kidding. Did y'all post it?
So we posted it. Yeah, it's all posted. It's on my Instagram. So go to Instagram.com/Jacinto, or is it at Jacinto with the URL? I forget. But anyway, on Instagram.com Jacinto. Check out my sponsors, superfunkyfresh.com. That's where you get your super funky fresh gear. But shout out to the Cafe staff. It was amazing. We got a special shout out to Bianca, my lovely assistant, who helped put on the salsa event. Bianca has been a professional salsa dancer for years.
Elaborate on the salsa. Developing party with salsa. Developing party with salsa. Here we go. Bam.
So Cafe is one of the hottest places. And I say hot, no pun intended with Houston. Shout out to everybody out there. But it's one of the best coffee places in Midtown.
It's awesome.
Honestly, I don't like to go to coffee shops that are like libraries. I don't know about y'all. Unless I'm gonna go study. But I like to have a coffee shop with a positive environment, a lot of vibrant, a lot of energy, a lot of of cool people, young professionals, chit-chatting, networking, So anyway, this is an amazing spot. If you go check it out, Un Cafe Roastery. I'm a personal trainer, I'm a stand-up comedian, and a salsa instructor. So we had our event. I wanted to kind of incorporate it all. So I'm always making jokes. I incorporated a good fitness program to get people warmed up with the dynamic warm-up, to get them lubricated, get those joints lubricated before we go. Nice. And then you get nice and juicy and goosey, and then we hit the dance floor and we dance, right? So it was an amazing event. We did a salsa, bachata, basic class. Like I was saying before, I want to give a super special shout out to Bianca, my lovely assistant, because she's a professional salsa dancer and she came out of retirement just to help me in this class. So it was an honor to have her there. And shout out to Ashley and Judy, who also helped me out a tremendous amount because I was there hustling and teaching a dance class with no mirrors in a coffee shop.
What's happening, everybody else? Keep those pins going.
And it was work. I was drenched in sweat. And then after the class, I DJ'd for a couple of hours just to keep the salsa, vibe going.
What time? Is that every Wednesday or just
no? So this was a special event. So the Un Cafe is trying to have more of a nightlife now. So you should definitely go check it out. They have an amazing natural beer, natural wine selection, and exotic beers and wines from all over the world. They have all kinds of exotic pastries and like candies and snacks and stuff from all over the world. It's a really cool little spot. And the guy, the owner Soon, shout out to Soon. He roasted there. He has an actual giant.
Was he roasting while you were doing salsa?
He was roasting before.
It was like smelling.
Roasting right before. So when we came in, it smelled amazing.
Nice.
Oh man, so
that
it was just an amazing experience last night, and I was just wiped afterwards. I mean, dancing all night. I don't know if y'all have ever sweat so much where it keeps going in your eyes. Like no matter what you do, it just keeps going in your eyes. Like,
I was gonna say,
I was constantly sweating last night. It was, but in a great way because it was AC in there. But we were just getting it, man. So it was an amazing show. And then they're gonna have a comedy show on Friday the 28th of July, 2023.
Is that the open mic? That's not an open mic.
No, not open mic. It's professional comedians. Okay, so I'm gonna be hosting it. We have two amazing headliners, and we actually have a guest comedian that's coming in. And I can't say at Un Cafe, but I can't say who that guest comedian is. I really want to say who it is.
Guest comedian at Un Cafe. Is there a cover for this?
No cover for the comedy show.
What?
No cover. We're trying to fill it.
No cover?
We're trying to just have everybody get in there and have a really great time.
No cover. Cafe. What about salsa dancing?
The salsa dancing was the cover.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That was because it was a special event.
I gotcha.
So we'll see.
So listeners going to get some insider information.
It's one of the top type of experience that you can have. It's like a New York experience where comedians go, where you go for free, hang out, drink your awesome little coffee, have some good laughs, and then get
wine and beer.
That's right. Why don't we?
We want to get tipsy because it makes the jokes funnier.
Definitely. There's something else. And they got good Wi-Fi, so it depends on how.
The Wi-Fi is great too.
I always thought we should have a website that just charts the up and down, megabits up and down of every proper cafe in Houston.
Yeah.
Why don't we have that?
Well, that sounds exciting.
So I've been to this thing actually called So Far Sound.
So Far Sound? No. Where is that?
So that's the thing. They don't tell you where the event is.
So
basically,
don't tell comedy.
It's probably something like that. So basically, like you sign up for the membership, they charge you for the ticket or 2 tickets, how many you want.
Yeah.
They say event is going to be at this time that day with a proximity of 15 miles from where you live, 20 miles.
Gotcha.
And so basically, the day before the event, they said you, hey. And the one that I went to, it was at the shoe store, which was crazy, and the acoustic was very awesome.
Really?
And the guys, just local artists played guitar, sing.
Nice.
It was really nice. Everybody kind of chill, very fire child.
And this is also free? No, this is
no, it was not that expensive. It was maybe $20 or something like that. But what was interesting that they were doing in this pop-up spots, they make agreement with somebody we're hosting it here.
Yeah.
So maybe we should do something like that for business entrepreneur events where you don't tell them hey, where this is going to be, or just
I like that.
You just know, and
they're here.
It's right.
Just do it.
They'd be like, how did you guess it's going to be at the Ion Podcast Room again?
That's extremely popular right now in LA. So they have Don't Tell Music, they have Don't Tell Comedy, and they have Don't Tell Books.
All right.
So they set up all these like that. You don't know where it's gonna be. You pay your membership fee, and then they just do it. So that's a really
We're kind of
popular
like a
thing
don't
right
tell
now.
podcast. We're
I'm
kind of like a
gonna-
don't tell podcast.
I'm gonna do the Guessware Rocket Network, I guess. That's
I got you. Yeah. No, this is all good. Good brainstorming. Maybe the solutions to Houston from Texas.
Well, actually, when you started, when you were kind of giving us background on what you do, it was interesting for me when you mentioned that pet insurance. I was like, we got to go back to that.
Yeah,
How many people are buying? There's a lot of people buying pet insurance.
I mean, there's an insurance company that filed documents with the state saying, hey, we got all this money and we want to cover these people, so there must be a market there.
There's huge money. You didn't know about pet insurance?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
we
yeah,
operate at the
absolutely.
office. Yeah, you didn't know about pet
No,
insurance.
I mean, I know about it. I have not used it yet.
Okay,
I haven't bought it. Like, I have cats.
There's a quote. There's quotes. Yeah, you can
That
quote per
saved me
animal.
so much time and money and
Yeah.
effort. Having my pet insurance, my pet, may she rest in peace.
Yeah.
She had a congestive heart failure
Oh,
situation.
sorry to hear that.
So no, but she's passed away now.
Oh,
but
okay, she's gone.
but she had it for I think 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
So for 4 or 5 years, it was like medication, special foods, and all.
Yeah.
But it was through PetSmart. So PetSmart has their own insurance company. It's called
I see.
Banfield.
No kidding.
And they have their own hospital inside the store.
Gotcha.
So it's all set up. You get discounts on the
Gotcha.
food and everything. So
Gotcha.
man, they God bless y'all, because y'all made my life so much better and my dog's life much better.
If you don't like that PetSmart insurance for whatever reason,
Yeah.
the Premium Advantage has pet insurance. You can
You
give
have
it a
pet
shot.
insurance?
You have pet insurance.
I did not know that.
Ah,
That's
you
awesome.
see how everybody's learning now.
Yeah.
See how
Right.
everybody
Yeah, forget that.
learning.
Premium.
Well, you don't know. Test it out. You don't know. You never know. You never
True
know.
that, shop
Well,
around.
is
Yeah,
there,
that's
is
right.
there
Look for your
already-
options.
Is there already a platform where you can compare pet insurance plans?
I don't know. I'm not. Right now, we're barely on the platform.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
You see where-
We're all moving. We're all moving, baby. We're all
We're
moving.
gonna-
Yeah,
we're
it's
Develop
coming.
it. I'll build the site.
There we go.
I like, there's not going to be less pets. There's not going to be less pets. Some people are going to start getting a little
There's
too
gonna be a lot
pet
more once
friendly.
we start getting cloning involved.
Yeah,
There's gonna be a lot
oh
more.
man.
Oh yeah,
A lot more pets.
Cloning is coming.
During the
Every,
COVID.
every science fiction book says that pets are going to be gone. We're going to have robots, and you won't be able to tell. if
Oh
the
yeah,
dog
no,
is-
we're going to be the
real or
pets. What's
fake.
going to end up happening is we're going to be the pets of the robots. Like, okay, you beat me. You beat- oh, I need to go for my walk.
Oil my knees.
Yeah.
Wait, that sounds much better.
And charge me up.
Yeah, that's interesting. We're going to be the pets. Oh, where we're going? I don't know.
Gotta take her to Tesla store for battery replacement.
Shit, it's coming. Oh, I just got a message that he's going to become a trillionaire soon. Or he's no, he's a
Really?
quarter of the way there. He's a quarter of the way there. That's what.
Okay.
Hold on, there was one more topic. Yes, you had mentioned one more topic. Oh, Sarah, which one was
I
it?
do have the list.
Huh?
I do have the list as well.
Oh, you do have the list. Yeah, you have one more that we skipped over. Everybody started talking. It's rude.
Hey, what do y'all think about when it comes
Happiness.
to Elon? What do y'all think about
Happiness.
how he feels about meetings?
I don't know how he feels about it.
How do y'all feel about meetings?
I
So
mean-
he's outlawed meetings.
Oh, really?
No more meetings.
Who doesn't have meetings?
His businesses. He
They
doesn't do
want
meetings
to do
anymore.
everything in Slack or like whatever. Like,
Oh, I got you. No more humming it
No
around.
more- no more.
humming it around.
Yeah.
We don't want to play football. We want to play soccer or basketball.
Boom, exactly.
Something, or basketball, but something like this where
Right.
it's more spread out.
Yes. I feel your analogy. It's going, man. And
Gotcha.
it's like it's trending now. And I just
Oh,
recently had
that's news to me.
I just recently had a talk with the gym owner,
Yeah.
and he was telling me about these programs that he does. And he was like, yeah. And then at 8 we have a meeting, and then at 2 we have a meeting,
Yeah.
and then at 7, and
Yeah.
then every other Thursday we have a meeting.
Nah.
And I was just like,
I would say yes and no.
Oh, man.
Every once in a while,
Right?
this is necessary. There's no way we could have been doing this in Slack. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? There's a different. It's a different layer type of communication.
I guess it depends on the
Completely.
business too.
Man,
Right.
he don't know what he's talking about, man.
Yeah.
I like
So he's
I want to
rich.
fire that guy.
I think it's important sometimes, depending on the nature of your
Yeah.
team and your business, depending on the nature of the team.
Really?
Yeah.
Sometimes it is quite good to touch base,
Right.
show that the CEO and the officers of the company have a clear plan for what we're doing, but in general, yeah, like
Don't you feel
meetings-
corporate America's overdoing it a little
Yeah,
bit
100%.
sometimes? Right.
Like a
yeah.
meeting can. People just sometimes like to talk too much. That's
Dude.
problematic. It should
Yeah.
be very. Like,
also about how many people should be on the meeting. I think it was.
Yes.
I think.
How
That's
many?
the other thing.
Yeah. It's
Most.
supposed no.
Most.
If I speak from Jeff Bezos,
Sure.
he talks
What's he
about
talking
that
about?
it has to be the two pizzas rule.
Two
So like
pizzas rule.
right. So like if we have more people in
two
this
pizzas.
room, right, then like you cannot. I guess
there are
how
more
many
than
people?
two pizzas
To make
can
a
feed.
pizza.
Yeah. How many people can you fit with two pizzas? Let's say
Right.
it's 10 people tops,
Right.
right? Like
Right.
if everybody have a
Not
slice
even,
or
eight people. I would
Eight
say
people,
with two
Depends on the size of
pizzas.
the pizza, but
Yeah, sure. Large pizzas, 8 people sounds reasonable
Sure.
to me.
So 8 people tops.
I gotcha.
If we have
I gotcha.
two
I like
pizzas.
that rule.
I got you.
That's
Yeah,
good.
so that's-
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable.
But sometimes if you never touch base with your team, people can start floating away. Like people become disoriented.
Yeah.
So it depends on how it becomes. It's about the people. Like some people are super self-starters, and other people just they want a little more direction. Yeah. I think you have to. But probably everyone that Elon hires is super type A, like getting it done.
Right,
we don't need meetings.
And I think that's what it is, right? When I was in the corporate world, I swear every meeting was the first 15, 30 minutes was, how was your weekend? How was the kids? And let's get some food and drinks in here. And, it's just like, hey, can we? That's how I am. I'm a go-getter, and being in sales my whole life, I'm like, dude, there are people on the floor right now that want to buy, and we're talking about what you did this weekend. So anyway, that's just my opinion.
So anyway, what did you guys do this weekend?
So, I set you up for that one.
Sarah, what do you think about the meetings?
The meetings?
Yeah. Meetings good, meetings bad. What do you think?
I prefer meetings over texting. From experience, just like working with organizations or in school, I think meetings, but not long ones.
Not long.
Like having a limit.
What's the limit?
Limit, I think hour maximum.
60 minutes. I like it.
Maximum.
I like it. So these guidelines are gonna go up as recorded for this brain state. I mean, hey, boom. And if you're outside of this spectrum, you're gonna fail.
I find it inefficient sometimes.
Sure.
Like doing Trello or texting, because sometimes we would be waiting for people to respond.
Right. You don't get
that's
it done.
like a wasted time. Like
sometimes.
I like to do one thing at a time. I don't like, for example, I know a lot of people can do something and they can text on the side.
Sure.
I don't like doing that.
Oh, you're straight through,
I'm either texting or I'm doing something
100%.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. There is a difference. I will say, I'm sorry to cut you off. Like, for example, earlier I was trying to do the multiple things, and I wasn't actually able to concentrate on what you guys were saying. That's why I decided to stop. Sometimes it's like, hey, stop that one task and move into the other. Go ahead, sorry.
I do like reports. I think reporting is good.
That's of course.
Depending on your job, it's cool to send a report that should be very systematized, the generation of it that takes you no more than 5 minutes to put together and submit that to whoever needs to see it. And then maybe once per week, if you want to limit the meetings, then you can explain the reports if necessary.
Sure, it makes sense, right? Because most reports are not just click and go. You gotta kind of tweak it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for example, for my team, the calls that I mostly get on that we have scheduled every week. We have like a Monday call. It's like a status call on the priorities.
Sure.
And then we have like a Wednesday. We have both like a management call, which is for smaller team, and then we have a bigger sales call. Gotcha. So I only have the 3 calls that are constantly on my calendar that repeats. And the other one meetings can pop up, like if we have something that we need to make the decision on, but it's not that much. It's not bad.
Yeah, and in the if you have the Monday meeting, then you can set the goals and KPIs for a week. People submit the reports. Did they hit those or not? And really. And
then Friday's a close.
What else is there to talk about?
Exactly. Right.
Fridays. We should be having lunch. Everybody get it. You don't get lunch if you didn't do your deal, dude. No lunch for you.
Where's your report?
Yeah, I like it.
What was that other topic that I threw in meetings?
Happiness. Happiness. You wanted to put a level, measure happiness, a measure for happiness.
Oh yeah.
You put it in the list. Put it in the list.
I put it as a suggestion.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go. What would be a reasonable? Yeah. How would you measure that? What
did you mean by that?
Yeah. Elaborate on that thought.
I don't think I've given it a lot of thought.
Gotcha.
Life
throw it in
work balance
throw it in there.
Stuff is like a...
Yeah, I like that.
But it's something that I always think about whenever, for example, I always try to do things so I can become more happy.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all in the pursuit of happiness. Right?
Yes, and everybody's. I presume. I don't think everybody's happiness is the same, and then everybody's perception is a bit different. So having maybe like a set thought about what will make you happy, and then some people will say, if I'm healthy, like I'm this, I'm good. But then folks want more goals and things of that nature. You have to balance. Yeah. Like which one?
But even that phrase, "make me happy."
Yeah,
like,
sure.
To me, it's just like no, it should be from within. Then nothing should make me happy.
Right.
I'm gonna be.
Well, allow me to perceive that it's right.
Yeah.
I should be happy just that I'm here existing, attempting this other goal.
Yeah, it's like we have clean water. We have
right. Correct.
Right. It's all about perspective, right?
Yes. Correct. So, is this something that you want that's on everybody's mind?
Yeah,
today,
right now.
Stress levels, because people are stressed out, and it's why me and why not me, and And shit, everybody's all over that.
Everybody's hot right now. Did y'all ever hear about Phoenix?
No, what happened in Phoenix?
Phoenix, they hit the record for 110 degrees or over.
Oh, really?
Days in a row. Yeah, I forgot how many days it was. Remember what it was? I think it was like 10 days, 12 days, something like that.
Yeah, man. I'm from Texas. This has been a hot one.
No, right? Yeah, me too. I feel
it's
like
not
this
a
was
record breaking.
different
I
than
just
other
like
years.
I feel like it just came on and
It's just
smashed.
different. Yeah, I don't know.
Came
why.
on as the heat came on and smashed. Sounds like
Well,
the beginning of
just
an
feel
interesting
different.
movie.
So when Canadians complain about the cold, we should show them how hot it is in the summer here, and vice versa. When we complain about how hot it is,
I
we
still
should
might
go
take
and
the
look.
heat. I still might take
Yeah?
it.
No.
Because I don't have to wear all the clothes.
Right.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't have to deal with the snow.
Right.
That
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Numb toes. I hate numb toes. Like I'm in the shower already with hot water. Why are you still numb? That doesn't happen when you're
I can imagine
go
you
go
literally
to hot.
yelling at your toes too. Why are you still
Yeah, I hate that feeling,
That's the worst.
dude. Because you don't know if your toe is gone. Because I don't know what frostbite feels like, so I'm thinking.
Now we know what makes Roberto happy.
Regular
Flowing
temperature.
toes.
Yes, for sure. What about you? What are you thinking about? What are some of the things that you think? Yeah. For example, I think a cafe makes me happy. Going there and experiencing those little things, that's kind of cool. What do you think? What some thoughts for the audience to ponder, I guess.
I think like simple things.
Sure.
Such as like feeling that everything, for example, in my apartment, organized. My
Oh,
things
okay.
are organized.
Organization makes you happy.
clean,
Gotcha.
Waking up early.
Oh, how early?
I like the morning.
Define
What
morning
time
and
is
early.
Mornings, I like.
Like, no,
What
give us a
time?
time.
Because we
time.
do 4:30.
What?
Uh,
3:15, do
Oh,
I'm not saying.
Wow,
I do
that's
4.
That's insane. What time do you go to bed?
It depends on the night, right? But I want to try and be in bed by 9 at the latest.
Yeah, so
I like
realistically,
that too. I
Yeah.
really enjoy early mornings.
So what time is early?
What's
to you?
early? What you got?
Early, I think early is 5. But I'm not saying that I wake up that
Pretty
Yeah.
early for most people.
Maybe
I
that's
would
why it's very
love to wake up
precious.
at 5. Every night.
You
Sometimes
get
I even set
so
the alarm
much done
clock. I
before
actually
the
set
day
the alarm clock
starts. It's
2 to
amazing.
3 times a night.
That's
for
too
5
early for
a.m.
me, guys. I
And it's just-
like to sleep late. Well, or at least I used to sleep like late. Like I would wake up at like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
But now I can't anymore. Now I have to wake up early because I have a 2-year-old.
Oh, nice! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you know, yeah.
So that's your
different.
happiness is 9.
Yeah.
Your happiness is 4.
That's right. That's right.
But
That's right.
I go to bed late, or like historically used to go to bed later in the day.
Yeah.
So the idea for startup that I have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That just came out with.
Yes. What you got?
Something that's gonna measure
Happiness. Oh, you
like
gotta
you
measure.
enter your own parameters.
Okay, enter
what it
parameters.
is.
Yeah.
And then maybe you so you enter the data.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the week, it's like you enter.
Did you get it? Did you not get it?
So what happens if you feel okay and you're like, here are my parameters, you put in your entries, and it's like, you are extremely unhappy. Oh,
Well,
dang.
and then when you get that, then you get that reminder about somebody else that doesn't have the water.
Yeah. You know, yeah.
There's a video of
But actually,
Everybody gets a reminder in the
you're
video.
okay because you still have. But then he's gonna ask you a question. But do you still have a water? You have somebody that owes you.
You're fine.
You're like, yeah.
You know what I think is
You're
You're still
interesting?
there.
Another way to think about it, like based on your description, you like your house clean, you like waking up at a consistent time, etc. That to me is order, right? So like entropy, unless you're putting energy into a system, you're always moving towards chaos, right?
Yeah.
So actually, if you have control, that
like
is
that.
a way to kind of, it's tangential to happiness, right?
Sure.
So you could measure that. Here's all the stuff that I
I'm
want to have
organized.
control.
Ooh, look at you
Okay,
thinking.
which
I like
of these
it.
is under
I like
control
it.
and on a spectrum
Oh,
1
man.
to 5.
I
and
got a
that
list.
actually spit out like
1 to 10, I would say.
whatever it is.
So it gives you a nice broad one.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I like that. Because you can include personal and professionally, where you're, am I happy personally and professionally? And then even notice, damn, this professional situation is messing with me because I'm supposed to be happy at the house. But for some reason, right? I got all my things checked, but this one's here actually changing over.
Yeah,
I
you start
like
seeing
that.
comparisons too. See
Yeah,
what's making things
that's
move.
right.
Get suggestions or like what you can improve or something like that.
Yeah, I
Sure.
like that.
Or you can see what as a percentage is making you less in control compared to other things.
Yeah.
You know, maybe
Right.
I'm only getting up like 30 minutes late, but that's really not a big deal compared to the fact that I want to make whatever it is 300K and I'm only making, 30K.
Yeah, great.
Maybe I should focus there or something. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, helps you focus a little bit. Hey, this is the one you want, right? Turn it around, paste this one.
And then your AI is going to tell you how to do it.
Yeah,
I like it.
Tell me how to be happy.
It's
Yeah.
reasonable.
Be my business coach.
Spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet, happiness. Bam.
Done.
Bam. Two little tabs at the bottom. You need the third one to mix it. Pow.
Yep. It's all about how bad you want it.
I like it. Okay, cool. So we solved that one in the same episode. Look at you. Happiness report. Check.
I want you to pitch the idea at Founders Live.
Send them the episode. so I actually went down. Oh, what? In a spreadsheet?
It's
I'm just saying. All right, cool. So solved happiness. We got it.
We're done.
With this solved insurance, you don't have to go shopping looking for insurance. Pet insurance, just two places. The Premium Advantage, PetSmart. Just two places. Go nowhere else.
That's it.
Developer solutions, website solutions. That's right. Entrepreneurs, double majors. What else? What other solutions did we throw in today? Oh, that was it. Now we have a couple of more in there. Salsa. So that's the salsa solutions, right? The two solutions. No, the one salsa or the two salsas?
And stand-up comedy solutions.
Oh yeah, you're right. That's
Fitness
right.
solutions.
Fitness solutions. All over the place, dude.
How do we find everybody? Do you have some
Links.
LinkedIn?
Links down below.
What's your LinkedIn if people want to find
LinkedIn.
So my LinkedIn is Sarah, Sarah, El Hoderi, ELHODER.
Put the links, share them with everybody. So everybody will have the links to the description.
Click the links, check the
website
links,
that you
and
share,
subscribe to the
LinkedIn.
channel below.
That's right. You like the information, you want to share your information. Come on down, baby. Let's do it. The Premium Advantage solutions for exposure as added value. But we do insurance and taxes too. What else do you guys have? We got about 5 more minutes.
Guys, check out rocketnetwork.ai if you
Yes.
want to find the best events so you can, meet the right people and make purposeful connections.
Soon
like
coming.
we're doing today. So.
Event collaborations, because we have events too. So there's a way to
Yep.
collaborate these particular events.
Absolutely.
Coordinate that situation. We have more value in the mix. What else do you guys have?
The easiest way to get in touch with me.
Yes.
If you want to hang out or whatever,
Yes.
that's cool. But also if you want website and social media marketing services, really just find me on Instagram, Thomas Grant MacDonald on Instagram.
On Instagram. Gotcha. We'll put the link on. Share it away. What's up, Sarah? What do you have? Last one. What you got?
A way to contact me, LinkedIn or Instagram. It's the same name, Sarah El Hoderi.
Okay. Awesome.
I
Any
believe
questions?
my LinkedIn is Oleg Lysiak Startups.
I got
think
you.
that's what.
That's what the links are for. The links are for.
I'll
My
send it.
LinkedIn is the same as well, Thomas
Send
Grant
it all
MacDonald. Find
in.
me.
And send the logos too. We'll put the logos all over the place. It'll be awesome.
Cool.
Cinto, close it out. What you got for us?
I just want to give, obviously always hahacinto.com, but I just want to give a shout out to Saquon Barkley. This is a really big deal in the NFL right now. So Saquon Barkley, for folks who don't know, he's the NFL running back for the New York Giants. He's currently under contract, and they're doing a whole free agency. Him and other running backs are the only position in football whose salaries have not increased over time.
Oh,
Theirs
intriguing.
has actually gone down
intriguing.
over time.
Really?
Every other position in football has been increasing. And then if people don't know about the NFL, it's a multi-billion-dollar company.
Right.
The owners keep getting richer, yet the players keep getting poorer. So this particular player, his name is Saquon Barkley, and this is a big deal because he's changing the game completely. He might hold out, meaning he might not even show up, even though he's 100% ready to go, just to get them a
Protest,
loss.
Yep.
Protest. This is a really big deal. So if this happens, I'm supporting you 100%, Saquon. I want to give a shout out to Dante, and I forgot his last name. He's always on ESPN, and he's always talking about sports. But he had a perfect solution to the running back problem. 4 or 5 running backs are all going through the same problem. They actually, for folks who don't know about football, running back is the most brutal position. They literally get the ball, hand it to him, and he just bears into it. So it's the most brutal position. This particular guy, he tore his ACL. He actually tore his ACL, MCL, and cartilage. It's a full tear. Came back and then led the Giants to the playoffs for the first time in years. He is 60% of the offense.
Wow.
Meaning they either throw it to him like that or to give it to him, say, please help us.
Yeah.
And they won't sign him. It was a matter of $1.5 to $2 million that they were arguing about.
Interesting.
That's what they were arguing about. And that's why he didn't get signed. So shout out to Saquon. Hold out, man. Don't do it. Stay strong. And shout out to all the NFL people out there working hard and all athletes out there. You need to get paid, man. College athletes are getting paid now. The game has changed. You know, social media now. Get out there, get your money, man.
Mm-hmm. You're looking for solutions? ThePremiumAdvantage.com.
Roberto, thank you so much for getting us all together.
Thank you very much for coming. If we can do this, however you guys think it'll be good with more people, invite folks, we'll mix this up, have a good time. We're here for the long run. So see you guys next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,